So apparently they've been battling for a while, for more than half the lap essentially, going 3 wide around Davi. That is insane. So we're going to get a couple different angles of this on board with Davi, obviously having the best seat in the house for this incredible 3 wide pass by Jensen and Rice on the inside and the outside simultaneously. That is insane. Rice and Jensen just going at it, not holding back. Rice trying to make the outside stick. He does momentarily. He's hanging on his court. Toyota undercuts Audi and Lamborghini, but this is probably the worst area for the 3 of them to be together. This is mostly straight line speed, the one thing that Toyota doesn't really have this season. He will pill away slightly going through the Redallion, but Audi quickly hunting down that Toyota. Will he defend going into turns 7, 8, and 9? No, he won't. They'll be side by side. I feel like that was just a miss. He's defending slightly going through the chicanes, having the inside line, which is slightly beneficial, but again, the speed. Championship battle here. Rice going on the inside of Jensen, your top 2 right now in the points standing, both of them qualifying pretty much next to each other, more towards the bottom of the field, which was quite surprising. It seems more of the underdogs managed to qualify on the top half. Jensen doing a beautiful move to get back in front, but Rice with the over-under now back on the inside as they head towards the chicane. Unfortunately, he's not able to make it stick on his side. He actually falls back maybe like half a car length, but their battle just starting here with this race as Rice now gets side by side with Jensen again as they come along to the front straight. Rice will actually overtake, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jensen tucks in behind him and gets that draft going and probably attacks him again going back into turn 1. I'm still worried at how early Toyota took their pit stop as, whoa, Toyota gets in the grass there a little bit, so Rice must really be pushing that Supra as sure enough he catches up. So it's now a 3-car battle for essentially the championship here. Unfortunately, with these 3 cars together, Isidro's already knocked out as Rice goes for an inside move going onto the Conroe straight. That was a beautiful, very clean move by Rice. And Jensen and Rice will just leave Isidro in the dust. What was that? Jensen and Rice just turn on the afterburners after that move, and Rice will overtake Jensen for the lead of the championship. Going to turns 21 and 22, we will be entering the final laps. The only thing that will make this better is that, Rice makes a mistake. He brakes too late and he goes into the grass. Jensen will overtake again. He will take the lead back. Gills will go into the pits, so the order will go back to how it started at the beginning of the race. Hello race fans, welcome back. It is free practice today and we are back at Daytona International Speedway. A lot of drama has happened here in the past. There's already a bunch of talk this weekend about Audi and BMW, Jensen and Rice, them two having a very, very, very popular battle here last season. So there's a lot of talk on whether they will be battling it out yet again. Jensen and Rice not really having the biggest impact so far early on in this season. Rice did finish podium last race at Watkins Glen, which was very well done by him, especially him being in his new home with BMW. But Audi, Jensen, however, not finishing nearly as high as Rice. But if we know anything about the rivalry between those two drivers, is that it does not end on just one track. It is everywhere. No matter where they go, they will always be duking it out somewhere within the grid if they are next to each other. So there's a lot of talk about them. There's a lot of talk about Fairley, Isidro. A lot is going on this weekend, and we are very eager to see what happens here in Daytona. It's going to be a race to watch for sure, and we hope y'all tune in, not just today, not just tomorrow, but on race day as well, because we are sure it's going to be entertaining. Welcome to qualifying. It is qualifying day here at Daytona, and as you already know, we are doing a sprint qualifying session, so all the drivers are on the track trying to get the best time that they can amongst themselves. And so far, not gonna lie, the bigger engines are definitely putting down the faster lap times, but y'all know how racing is. Just because y'all put the fastest laps down does not mean that you're gonna win. It's very interesting seeing all these cars racing each other. That's why I love this series so much. You have everything from big V12s all the way down to as little as inline sixes, and it's so interesting seeing these cars fight each other. You know, you have top end speed versus corner speed, handling, all those attributes, and it makes for some amazing racing and battles. But as I mentioned, yes, so far Wyatt's Garage is looking to be on pole with the fastest time around. Cedro currently qualified second, and those are, again, I mean, those are the bigger engine cars, you know, so it kind of makes sense. But as I just mentioned, top line speed is not everything in this series. Everything matters. It's racing. Anything can happen out of nowhere. So it's shaping up to be a good one. This is going to be a late evening into early night race. It's one of the few, if not the only, that we have on the calendar, so that should make for some pretty interesting visuals. Being able to see those glowing hot red brakes and those exhaust fumes exploding out of the exhaust. So definitely be a spectacle to watch, and it's shaping up to be a good one. So we'll see you all on race day. And as the countdown happens, we are green here at Daytona International Speedway. Race number 2 of season 3 is now underway. Who's going to take it home? I wonder. There's only one way to find out. Wyatt's Garage, Cedro, Jensen, all getting away relatively clean, leading the field here on lap number 1. And going at, ooh, we got a little bit of contact there from a couple of drivers. It looked like Besnard, Project G, Ramsey, Fairley, Barth. It looks like all those drivers there kind of crumpled up on each other going into the braking zone there. So early damage already in this 10-lap race, 10-lap sprint, if you will. It seems they've kind of collected themselves after the initial contact. No one seems to be having any race-ending damage, it seems, so that's definitely good to see, as there's just so many battles going on throughout this field. As we're currently looking at Kudos Khalid, who looks to have just overtaken Ramos, and he's looking to take over Project G as well. He's looking on his inside. He was almost on his quarter, but not quite. Project G will pull away from Kudos Khalid, and if anything, Ramos is looking to come and take his position back. He's looking on the inside. He is going for it. He's going for it. He's on his quarter. He's on his side. They're side by side going through the chicane. A little bit of contact. Kudos goes through the grass, and he gets pushed out through the grass even more. Oh, his teammate right behind him, Rice, losing traction going through the grass as well, as Davi kind of forced him out. Tons of hard battling happening already just here on lap number 1. Hidalgo and Perez side by side, as Batter behind them is trying to look for a shot through, but there's just not enough space. Absolutely wild lap number 1 to this race. This is going to be a good one. More contact between Hidalgo and Perez. Wyatt's Garage with a dominating lead in that C8 Corvette as we now cross the line into lap number 4. He has a small gap between him and a Cedro in the Mercedes, but doing a very good job at commanding this early half of this race here at Daytona. As we make our way down the field, looking at your upper 10th positions, Jensen currently in 6th place, with Mystics right behind him, looking to steal that 6th place position, but actually Barth with an insane lunge on the inside. He gets side by side with Mystics. What a move. Still side by side as they're going down the straight. Barth inching ever so closely before him. They make contact. Barth is in the grass, but he maintains control. Unbelievable. Mystic goes deep into this turn, giving Barth the easy inside line, and he will secure that 7th position. Very nicely done by Barth. Kind of ambitious, but he gets it done nonetheless. You gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose, to get these positions on these tracks, driving against all these high-class drivers, because Barth now within a championship sandwich. Jensen, your Season 2 champion, and then Mystic's your Season 1 champion, so he's gonna have to be very careful. The camera now moves to Batter, your Rookie of the Year last season, now racing for Porsche behind Project G. So far, he's been looking to be getting comfortable within his new car, but it's very early on in this season, so anything can happen. And as a matter of fact, something did just happen! Batter missing his braking point, and he gets into the grass. Thankfully, he does not hit the wall. If I'm not mistaken, yes, he does in fact keep it off of the wall, but very unfortunate. Completely misses his braking point, and he will lose the 2 positions that he had just picked up. Now Fairley is on his bumper, coming in with some insane speed, so now he has to fend off Fairley. 2 laps to go here in Daytona, and there's a position change. Isidro getting into the lead, now leading the pack again with only 2 laps to go. He has a very nice gap between him and Gal in the Ferrari in 2nd place. We'll see if Isidro can maintain this lead. Hopefully nothing happens. I believe he has completed his pit stop already, so there shouldn't be a need for him to stop. The same can be said for Gal as well, I believe. I believe all of them have made their pit stops, so this is the fight until the end. So we'll see if Isidro can hold everyone off and get his first victory of this season. He had a very nice finish at Watkins Glen last race. So if he finishes good here as well, that'll definitely give him a really nice boost of points in this championship, because just like any other form of motorsport, the more points that you can get, the better. So now that we're on the last lap, this is the final stretch. Isidro has a very nice gap between him and Gal. We'll see if we can hold on to that. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa! Hard impact into the wall. Who is that? Rice. Rice with an incredibly hard impact. Who was the one that... Jensen in the Audi, of course. Rice and Jensen yet again. Sparking drama. Rice going very deep into turn 1, but that's probably... Well, actually, that probably is what started it all. Jensen getting a really nice run. I'm not sure exactly... Did Rice move under braking? It looked like Rice was moving under braking, but even still, Jensen just not seeming to stop. On board with Jensen right now. As you can see there, Rice would, yeah, he moved under braking. He was trying to get more to the racing line, but Jensen, I don't know what that reaction time was, but just pit maneuvers Rice. Nothing's going to be done of it, though. It's going to be a sectored yellow. It's the final lap. So Isidro still with a very large gap between him and Gal. I don't think anyone is going to be protesting Isidro's victory here at Daytona. The gap is just way too large. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Isidro will get his first win of Season 3 here at Daytona. But unfortunately, I think his victory is going to be heavily overshadowed by that terrible crash. That was an insanely hard crash. That's probably the hardest crash we've had here in the RWC. And I already know for sure that is going to be under investigation. But Isidro, congratulations. He will win. Gal will take 2nd. Gil's 3rd. 4th will go to Ramsey. Jensen will finish 5th. However, whether or not that position is going to stick will be determined later. Fairley will finish 6th. Very respectable finish to her with her new team. Ramos will finish 7th. Davi and Thorogori will be 8th and 9th, and Besnard will close out the top 10. That will be the end of the points as the rest of the field goes by here. But what a terrible crash. That will be a DNF, obviously, for Rice. BMW will get no points as Kudos Khalid finishes very far down the order. Tragedy, absolute tragedy here at Daytona. Here's your driver points as of the result of this race. As you can see, Jensen was placed in 11th, considering that he is currently under review. It's coming in right now. Jensen and the whole incident will be under review. And here's your constructor points. Excuse me, I don't know why I can never seem to say that. And again, the points that Audi would be receiving are under review. Not how we wanted to finish this race, but we hope y'all enjoyed. We'll see y'all in the next one.